All the Buncrana town councillors got an invite to this here today, so that I personally phoned every single one of them and invited them here. How many of them's here?
1, 2, 3.
3. Where are they? Two town and 1 county. And they're all Sinn Féin. Is there none of the rest of them's here, no? Michael Grant's here, is he? Good man, Michael. Come on up here, Michael, if you want to say a few words after a while. Well, when I phoned all our local councillors here in the town, right, every one of them gave me different excuses why they weren't coming. But the one that actually got me the most was Michelle Bradley. She says to me that she would not come in front of a mob and speak in front of a mob. So I'm speaking to the mob here today now. This is the mob of Buncrana. But she says Charlie McConloe got heckled by a mob in Letterkenny. That wasn't a mob in Letterkenny, that was the people of Letterkenny and Donegal. They were fed up listening to the old guff that they keep giving all the time. Mary will say a few words here, she has something writ out here.
You're all very welcome here today. My name is Mary Kelly, as you probably all know, and I have been asked to speak today on behalf of the Sinn Féin councillors here, instead of us all getting up and saying a few words. We also have apologies from Pádraig McLaughlin, who cannot be here today because he is speaking in Ramelton. And first of all, I would like to thank Joe for all the hard work he's done over the last number of weeks, and how hard he is working to try and bring what is happening to the attention of the government. We want the people in Dáil Éireann to know that the people of Inishowen and Donegal cannot afford to pay any more charges while the fat cats that destroyed our country walk free and can do what they want. Why should the ordinary people pay for their carelessness as they live in the lap of luxury while we struggle to survive daily and our children leave in their thousands to find work at the other ends of the world? Every day I talk to people living in fear of how they are going to survive this year with the likes of household charges. Did you know that if the government increased the tax on the wealthy, it would bring in more than all of the household charges put together? We also have water charges. We have septic tank charges. And I feel septic tank charges are discrimination against the rural dwellers in Ireland, as the people in urban areas will not be paying. We also have many more charges coming our way, and of course we are promised that the next budget will be even more severe than the last. I can assure you that we in Sinn Féin are doing all in our power to stop these unjust charges. But you, the people, need to tell the politicians, those in government, exactly what life is like for you at the present time. Let them know how hard it is for you to live in the times that they are putting and forcing on us. For my hug it.
Thanks, Mary. Well, since I started this here now, I've been doing, well, most of the things I've been doing now is on the laptop and stuff like that. And you find out different stuff about what these politicians are earning. €750 every 18 months for a new mobile phone, whether they need it or not. That's ridiculous. I never got 750 quid every 18 months for a new phone from anyone. Our politicians up there have to realise now that one of the town councillors says to me the other day, I think it was Michelle Bradley, says to me, we all have a bitter pill to swallow. And I know that. Every one of us here knows that we have a bitter pill to swallow. But the boys at the top, they have to swallow the bitter pills as well. They're not swallowing no bitter pills. It's all nice and sweet to them, so it is. And we are here now today just to show, this is Buncrana's stance here now, and there's demonstrations in 12 or 14 other towns around the county here today. and that is a good stance to the government. So it is. I'd like Michael now to say a few words. He's a local town councillor here for Buncrana, and he's independent.
I'll be very brief. I would like to congratulate Joe on the work he's been doing the last couple of weeks or couple of months. In fact, highlighting a lot of the problems that we ordinary citizens are facing in this country. I mean, you look behind us there's a bookie shop, and if I went on there and stuck £100 in a horse, and the horse lost, I couldn't go in there tomorrow and get the £100. That's what's happening in this country at the minute. With the bankers who gambled, and their gambles went wrong, but we're paying them back. Every one of us is paying them back. So I think maybe, the present government needs to rethink about bailing out the bankers. That's one of the first things that's crippling this country. The £100 tax on houses. To be honest with you, I think the people who can afford to pay it should pay it, but certainly the people who can't afford to pay it should not be made to pay it. There's a lot of austerity coming down the line. I would hope that in a year or so this country might start finding its feet again, but unless the government to rethink the amount of money, the amount of billions that we're paying back to defunct banks, then we're in for a long, long, hard slog. But the people of Buncrana, thank you for turning out here today. I'm an independent councillor. I live in Buncrana. I'm suffering just as the same as everybody, and I think, let's pull together and again congratulate Joe. Joe called me up during the week. This was a non-political gathering here today. It's slightly disappointed that maybe there's not more members of Buncrana Town Council here, but that's entirely their business to come to whatever functions they want to. But maybe they're not suffering as bad as the rest of us are. But thank you very much anyway, everybody.
Good man yourself.